Everybody wants to get their business booming locally and globally. And Books to Boom Your Business brings to you authors, speakers, entrepreneurs who have powerful books that will make and keep your business and your personal lives booming. Welcome to the show, Books to Boom Your Business. Hey, it's a great day in every way, and I'm your show host, Dr. Lotus Riche, and have I got a treat for you today. I have a fantastic author. She's a speaker, and she is a registered nurse. She's a writer. She's a patient advocate, and she's based in Atlanta, Georgia. And guess what, honey? She does not know. So keep it a secret. I'm in Conyers, Georgia. And I just might get to meet her in person and talk to her a little bit more before I head back to the DMV area today. Let me tell you a little bit more about her. Through her platform, her voice has really resonated. She writes the way she lives, honest, unfiltered. And her name, just in case you don't know, is Shanti Marie. Shanti's voice, as she writes, she has a voice that tells a story to help people live unapologetically, to be real, unfiltered, no filter, no mark, okay? She is doing what many of us want to do, and that's live a life free of worrying about the days. Her words exist so that you and me can never be alone. And today, if you are feeling alone or you know someone who has felt alone for a long time, well, today is the day that things are going to change. But it's up to you to reach your hand out and connect with her as she talks about her book, S.O.U.L. S.O.U.L. This book was born from the same spirit of who she is, born to help you live your best and forget about the rest as you live your life from a place of soul. So with no further ado, I want you to take your phone, take your iPad, take your computer, whatever you are on, and go ahead and tag, and share. Because it's without question, many of us are just walking around and we are existing, but we are not living from a place of soul. And so today we're going to do some deep dive with this sister Shanti Marie, and we're going to find out how we can live from soul. Please welcome RN, author, patient advocate, Shanti Marie. Right, she is in the house. Hey, Shanti, how are you?
Hello, Dr. Lotus. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, we are super duper happy to have you on. I know you in the ATL, and I am here in Conyers, Georgia. I came down this weekend.
My goodness.
Maybe if we're close enough, we'll get to chit chat in person before we go take some pictures, and we'll send them out to all y'all. Y'all get to see them. So let me just say, fam, she is here in the house, and we're going to unravel her book called S.O.U.L. So as we get started, I want to talk about what is S.O.U.L. I know that you shared it's a 31-day mantra journal, but tell us more about it.
Okay, so S.O.U.L began from chocolate. I love chocolate, dark chocolate especially, and it began honestly when I was a dialysis nurse at DaVita, and we had your patients come in, and they become an extended family because they are 3 times a week, And
Right.
so, and I'm there 4 days a week at least. So I get to know these people, they get to know us. And it's just like a family reunion almost every day. And we would have patients bring us chocolates, sometimes we got donuts, they lavished on us just because we were taking care of them. And I had not really been in touch with Dove, because it can be expensive. I was a single mom. So, I just get what I can get. And usually it was the Hershey Special Dark. But a patient hit me on to Dove. And at that time, they had their moments that were written, and they would have, it was like a Laffy Taffy where you had a joke and then it was who submitted it. It was the same with Dove. And just even one of them was, you're beautiful, smile today, and something that you wouldn't even think about yourself. And actually at that time, I loathed myself. Like, I loved my kids, but I could not stand me. And so Dove chocolates and the people that I met, and most of them were women. I don't know, I might have missed some of the guys that submitted some of theirs, but I met some amazing hearts and souls from eating Dove. And so when I first started doing that, that became how I would talk to myself, because your locker room talk to yourself is what keeps you going or what keeps you down.
Correct.
And I kept hearing people tell me, you gotta change your mindset, change how you talk to yourself. I'm like, what you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, how do you talk to yourself? Do that locker room talk. And these wonderful rappers became my locker room talk. And so that's how that's how S.O.U.L started, was from chocolate rappers and ladies and people that helped me get into my truth. And at this moment, I don't know. I don't have the link. I don't think my coach has the link. So maybe she can pop it in, because I think I saw her in the chat. So
yeah, she's in the chat. Yeah. And so we're going all the way out to California. The Phoenix Fitness is in the house, and she's going to be popping the link to the book here, because we want to make sure that you have it all throughout the show. But yes, let's go. She says she loves chocolate too. So do I. Okay. So chocolate kind of really got the ball rolling. The rapper, how it helps you to feel like a real person. I like that you shared also this book helps people to never feel alone. So let's go back 6 years ago to that Dove rapper. Let's go back there, because it started your mantra. It started your journey. You realize that those messages came from real people, not corporations or algorithms. And so it sparked something. And that something was S.O.U.L.
Yep. And I'm also sober. I'm 8 years sober last month. I learned in those rooms that yet stands for you're eligible to. And I was able to make myself eligible to be loved, because in 2020, I found myself 2 years sober and back to where I was at 16. And I was not a happy person then. And I tried to take myself out of the game, but God had I'm like, I'm not done yet. I don't know what you thinking. This is called life.
Yes.
Yes. I forgot. I believe it was in Hamilton where it said, dying is easy, living is harder. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so real. And I had two wonderful teenagers. At that time, it wasn't really wonderful because it was 2020 people. School was inside your house.
Right.
I was not
Right.
a stay-at-home mom taking care of high school
Material.
and they changed when I was in high school. So I don't even know what my kids are learning in high school. Please do not make me a teacher.
Right.
I love teachers. I'm not one. But I would find my own solace on the porch, on the back porch. And I decided I'm going to take myself out of the game by being me. I need to impart into myself, which meant I am not able to help anyone else until I can help myself. And if I cannot think positively, think clearly, think, oh, I love that, I am eligible to be loved. If I can't do that, and all I can tell my kids is you must love yourself, but their mama is having the hardest time in the world, that's an issue. That's a problem. So I had to find my center again. And I cut everyone off. And people said, where'd you go? And I said, hi, friend. Because the whole thing is, I felt alone. And I don't know who is out there, but have you ever been in a crowded a party? It could be your family reunion, and you felt isolated and just by yourself and not where you want to be. You're amongst everyone. And yet that's also the loneliest place to feel. And that was me again. And I'm just existing. I'm like, I did not get a second chance at life to exist because existing put me where I didn't want to be. So I decided I had to work for me, and I had to find me, and the people who were meant for me would find me.
Find you.
And I legit, I ghosted everyone. And it really was because I had to find myself. And in finding myself, the ones that were essential, the ones that have always been there, the ones that God brought into my life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, no matter what, those people found me. And during that time, that's when my patient introduced this to me. And I just said, day after day after day, I will be putting my best foot forward. I will be living for a purpose because I am here for a reason. So let's go. I don't know what that is, but let's go. And so that's, sometimes I have to do it again. And I'm kind of in that mode again, where it's like, I am feeling myself. I'm in a new phase. My children are adults. I don't know what to do with my world. So I went back into me, and honestly, in 2 weeks, S.O.U.L was done.
Wow.
But not because I was able to go, oh, this is easy. It's been years. Because I have, and I think I shared this with Coach Tiffany. I said, I have two. I have one that I'm doing now. That's a piece of paper with wrappers on there. And the wrappers are all the things that honestly are in this book. The different days, the different chapters. And if I thought about something, I wrote it. And then I had stuff happen in real time. So I had to go back. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to add to this. So y'all know this stuff is real. And, you know, if you need a laugh, because you know what? It's always funny when it's not happening to you, but it's also good to know the funny part of what is happening to you. I have to find the humor in something, either that or I will cry. So people just look at me like, girl, you done lost it. I was like, I know. I'm gonna find it though, but at least I'm looking positive because I'm not a pretty crier, guys.
Got that ugly cry going on. I get but how about the cry when you can't catch your breath? You know, like that cry. It's like one of the most painful. Y'all know what we're talking about. We know some of y'all out there have had that cry. If you've had that cry, put a 5 in the chat because we know a lot of y'all have had that cry. And the thing about that type of cry is it helps us to purge some of the pain.
So much.
And so I hear that you've come through a lot of pain to walk in your purpose.
That part.
And I heard you say earlier on that you are 8 years sober. Eight
Yes,
years
ma'am.
sober. So I'd like each and every one of you, I'd like you to put 8 years. I'm texting it, I'm typing it too. 8 years strong. 8 years strong. 8 years strong. Now stronger. Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. 8 years strong, now stronger. All right. Y'all put that in there. Why do we say that? It's because a lot of times people go through hell getting to that 8 years, 15 years, 20 years. And shout out to my family and friends who have had these experiences to be strong. Now we're reinforcing her because we're saying stronger, now stronger, so that she can continue her wonderful journey being stronger. So congratulations to you. Come on, y'all. Let's give her a hand clap. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
And everyone.
Yes. So, folks, without a doubt, we know the struggles are real. But while we're struggling, a lot of times we find our way, right? We find our way. Yeah. We find our way. We find our way. And when we find our way, things happen. Now, I know sometimes you had to experience some fear along the way, like your heart was pounding. Your heart's pounding. But every day, there you go. She said every day. But something happens in between that heart pounding. How did you say to yourself, okay, I got this? Or maybe you said, I don't got this. How do I do it?
God's got it.
God's got it.
A lot of times, okay, so I love to drive. I have no clue. I am located in Atlanta. I'm just southwest of Atlanta. But I'm originally born and raised from Detroit, Michigan. So honestly, I think that instilled a part of me. Like, I love to drive because you gotta drive. You either drive or walk. Like, I mean,
right.
Or take the bus. But I don't. I go further than the bus goes. So God and I have our conversations. And well, okay, I have my pity party during a drive. Let's just put it this way, especially when I'm by myself and I have at least an hour. I can be like, okay, we're gonna be real and see. My God understands that about me, and so I'll be like, we're gonna have to talk about what you want me to do right now because I'm not feeling this.
That's right.
I'm not feeling this. I mean,
right.
And then I hear, didn't you say you were ready? I mean, you said you were ready. I mean, I didn't ask you to be specific, but you said you're ready. So here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And I'm just like, I can't breathe. Okay, ask me.
Yep.
It's that part I forget. I forget to ask him, and they'd be like, and he's like,
help. Yep. Ask for help.
So in this, I help us breathe. Because there's times where you're just like, hey, take a breath.
Yep. Take a breath.
Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe right now. And in that moment, I'm like, what am I needing? So I'm exhaling the crap that I'm either having in my head, or let's just put it this way, Satan's putting it in my head because he also knows what I'm thinking, and he's adding on to it to make it worse. But the fear and the thought process of what we have to do is not as big as once we do it. It's just like, oh, I could have done that 2 weeks ago.
And
But
you know,
you think?
uh-huh.
I mean, I was right here just telling you, you only had it. But soft head or a hard head makes for a soft behind.
Behind. My mom used to always say that, and she was always right about that kind of stuff.
I have stubborn tendencies still sometimes. That's something that he's working on me with. So then I'm like, okay, I've been down here, my butt's turning a little bit, it's getting a little bruised. Okay, how about we go back? How am I supposed to do this, God? What is your will for me in this? Not thinking about what I will have to go through to do that. What am I supposed to be doing?
So let's touch on a couple quick things. We have someone in the chat that says that pause is everything. We really have to remember to pump the brakes and the pause so that we can come back full circle. And you said something very interesting. You said God's will for you. I want each of you to put in the chat, write it down or something. What is your will for yourself? Because a lot of times people don't operate in the will that God has for them. They're operating only in self-will. And I just wonder, has anyone ever asked you, what is your will for yourself? Because sometimes we say we want to be successful, we want to have a great life, we want to have great health, but we're eating all the wrong foods to have that great health. We're doing all the wrong things, hanging around the wrong people, giving our time to places and things that don't serve us, but we're saying we want something else. And we're willing something else in our life rather than what God is willing for us. So ask yourselves that. What is the will for myself? I know, ouch. Sometimes it's sting. So let me ask you, Shanti, when did you discover the will for yourself? And was it in alignment with where you were trying to go?
So the interesting thing is when I'm doing my will for myself and it's not in the way I'm supposed to be going.
Yes.
Things happen. Things get more difficult in a different way. Before I was sober, I lived in New Mexico, and I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I had lived there since my ex and I moved out there with our kids. We split after the year, and my kids and I stayed in Albuquerque. And I thought I was making life and doing very well providing for my kids. But I was drinking a lot and I was emotionally absent. And I had not fully realized that. And God, I was ignoring because God had showed to 4 different people that they needed to talk to me, and not just talk to me. They needed to see me in person because they know that what I say and what they see when I'm saying stuff can be 2 different things. So I had my parents and my best friend and her husband show up on my doorstep on a Saturday afternoon when I had no clue. And might I add, I lived 800 plus miles away from them. Wow. So they had to drive a whole 12 and a half hours to get to me. And there was another couple that did not come, but they were praying the entire time. And at the end of that weekend, my kids went back with them. I had just started a job, so I couldn't move right away, but I said, okay. And when I first spoke, I think they said I was silent for like half an hour, 45 minutes. And the first thing I said was okay. But I didn't say okay to them because it was a whisper, because the whole entire time I was having a conversation with God.
Right. Wow.
And I answered okay to him, but it was low. And my friend was next to me and she heard and she said, "You good? What'd you say?" And I said, okay.
Wow.
But you're taking the kids with you now because I love my children. And if you don't, I'm going to stay here because I don't want to go. And I can think of 40,000 different excuses in between here and when I told you I'd be there. So I purposely sent my kids with them. So I have hashtags I use a lot: decide, commit, succeed, and intentional living. Like, if you're going to say you're going to do something, you better do it. And that's what I have to
decide,
do. I commit, succeed.
Say that again. Decide, succeed. Right. Decide, commit, succeed.
Commit. Decide you're going to do it.
Okay.
Commit to it. And yes, it doesn't exactly go in progression just like that, but that is the process. You will succeed.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so write this down, folks. Write this down in the chat. Somebody write this down in chat. Decide, commit to the decision you've made.
Correct.
So that success is inevitable.
Yes.
Decide. Why do people have to decide? Because it all really starts from a thought. So we first must have the thought that, hey, this needs to be done. And then we got to make a decision that we're going to move into
that you're
action.
going to.
But why?
Correct.
Right. But why does that have to happen? And I know you know above all, because you're 8 years old, but you had to make a decision, right? So tell us why the decision is so important, making the decision.
Because it's that action. It's the first it's the first part from making that thought, that passivity into an action. Like I love the people I'm a part of. I love the group and the organization, the family, the village that has encompassed me and is loving on me, because they are teaching me. It's just like I learned tomorrow never comes, because once you hit tomorrow, it's today. So tomorrow is never coming. So if you aren't, so you can say, I'm going to write a book. Okay. In your head, you're going to write a book. However, if you don't ever decide that you are going to write a book at this time for this reason, with this goal in mind, I can live a whole year. I can live 5 years saying I'm gonna write a book. But I have to put that into action of deciding that I will. Decide and commit comes hand in hand twice, because I'm deciding that this thought is, yes, this is how I'm going to continue. I have to commit to that decision that, okay, yeah, I'm going to stick to this. And then I have to commit to it every day until it happens, until I get to where I want to go to. And even when I get to that spot, I don't want to stop, because I either grow or I die. And we're already slowly dying anyway since we're born. So why am I going to make the process more easy? I think that's the little stubborn little and then the butt part of me.
Intentional living. We have and intentional living is very important, because when you make the decision, when you decide and you commit, that's the intent right there. And I like that you said those two things oftentimes go hand in hand, because when you make the decision, you're handing over your energy to the commitment to be able to do it, to move in that action, like you said. I really like the way you put that. And then the succeed, but it causes intentional living. That's, it really causes that. And I like that it moves you into the action now phase. Don't talk about it, be about it. It moves you into the action now phase. I love that. Okay. I like this. One of our viewers said this: speak it, then put in the action to make it happen.
Mhm.
Speak it. Everybody, can y'all say that? Come on, let's say that together.
Speak it.
Speak it,
Speak
then
it.
put in, pardon me, the action to make it happen. Y'all need to be writing this down, because I know either during the show, between the show, after the show, later tonight, tomorrow, the next day, something's going to happen where you're going to speak something and then you're going to be like, I don't know if I can do it. But if you speak it, then put in the action to make it happen, be in the action now phase, guess what's going to happen?
Ooh, I love that.
Guess what's going to happen? You will succeed.
Yes.
You will succeed. You will either succeed in finding out the way that you're trying to do it does not work. That's still a part of success. Or you will find out the way that you're trying to do something does work, and you're going to keep going with that. But it helps you to take action now so that you can succeed. And somebody said that's real talk. That's real talk. So I'm gonna put this up on the screen because I want y'all to take a moment. I always say note takers are money makers. So if you want to have the currency of life, I encourage you write this down. I encourage you write that down, because this is real talk. Real talk with a real woman that's here with a real book. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Purpose, intention, decision. Purpose, intention, decision.
Yes.
So I like each of our viewers, those of you that's just coming on now, I want to thank you, one, for being here. I want to thank you because we are here with Shanti Marie right now, and we are talking a bit about her book. And let me just let you know, she is a real deal. And so we talked about what brought her to the ability to write the book. We talked to her about some of her struggles. We talked to her about some deep secret sizzling sauce, about how she is 8 years sober. Y'all go ahead and put 8 years sober again, and stronger. 8 years sober,
stronger.
8 years stronger. Go ahead. Put it in there. Make sure, however you put it in there, make sure you put stronger. Because sometimes you have to march to the beat of your own drum. Because what might work for everybody else might not work for you. But in your battle to overcome, you found some soul.
Yes.
So let's go back and let's talk about what each letter in the soul means.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
gonna give you full. I'm gonna give you full screen because I want you up close and personal with the audience. So y'all, let's get ready. She's gonna give you this, and before she does that, I want you to write this down as she's sharing this with you. Okay, write this down as she's sharing this with you. All right, Shanti, let us know. Tell us, lady.
Ma'am. S.O.U.L is sending out universal love, and that is all that I want to offer everyone, because that is what we are owed. That is what we deserve. We deserve to love ourselves first, because you can't love others without first loving yourself. And when you do love others apart from loving yourself, then you start to lose part of yourself, and or burn out, because you're not feeling in that love. That it doesn't matter if you're with somebody, or if you're single, or if you're got kids. I'm telling you, I can have a full house and still be alone. But when I'm good with me, like we be having fun, we be having dance parties and making ourselves laugh because that's, I'm funny. I'm okay with it. But you know what? I'm okay. I love me. And I love the me that is today because of the me that I was, what I went through. It brought me to who I am today. And going through struggle. I have a tattoo on the shoulder that says, "From struggle comes strength," because you cannot be weak and go through struggle. I'm sorry. Anybody who says otherwise is not cool. Like they don't know that their boo-boo actually don't smell like roses, to quote Outcast, like it smells boo-boo. So anything other than that is gonna be BS. So I had to learn to love me. And once I got to learn to love me, I actually enjoyed me. And you know what? Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with me. I'll just sit in the room by myself, not even realizing that there's no TV on. There's a radio playing in the background. I don't even know what's listening right now. And I'm just like, what's up? How you doing? Or get lost in journaling. And that also, because I'm always real with myself, because I have to take it out of the head. And the head is, we're our worst critics. Even the worst critic on Broadway does not compete with the critic in your head. And so, because they know the pain points,
Yes.
That chick knows everything and comes after you with everything. Well, you did this. Didn't you know you did this? Why you think you're so good now? Bye. So, sending out universal love, because we all need that.
Yep. And I like what is coming out of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics. We all deserve to love ourselves. Sometimes we get it twisted and we believe that we don't deserve to love ourselves, but we know that there's nothing further from the truth. Nothing further from the truth. We all deserve to love ourselves. And so with that, I wanted to ask you, during your journey, what was the hardest part of really staying committed to the self-love?
Staying transparent with myself. Because I didn't even like mirrors. Like, I'm still not a fan of mirrors, but I did not like mirrors because if I have a negative thought about myself, it will show. Like, that goes back to the locker room talk. And Big Brother was telling me one day, is like, how you talk to yourself is how you can't be successful if you're downing yourself all the time.
Right. That's true.
The problem with mirrors, especially those makeup ones that are times 100,000, and you can see every little pore. I actually like those the most because that's the mirror that reflects everything about us, every flaw, because we're not perfect. No one is perfect. And once everybody stops thinking everybody's perfect because they think they're perfect, we'll be all better for it. Because we're not perfect. We are flawed. We are human. Which means we are individual. Which means I have to get right with myself, so that, because if I'm not right with myself, there's no way that anything I say will be right for anyone else. If I'm not walking in the truth that I'm trying
exactly right.
They're not going to, no one's gonna listen. And if they do, I'm a little concerned, So that mirror, that that reflection of everything, every flaw, every fault, every mistake, especially the mistakes. But then I looked at what do I take from those mistakes? What do I learn from that? Not what I did. How can I make that into a better me? And once I did that, I was able to not be so harsh on myself. I was able to give myself grace, because how in the world am I giving everybody else and their mama grace and say, oh, baby, it's okay. You are allowed to do that. And then be flogging myself saying, oh, you beep, because you know you don't talk to yourself and you're not Mary Poppins talking to yourself.
Right.
You are Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at WWE when he's smack talking his opponent.
So I like what you said about giving yourself grace. So I like each of you, all of our viewers. I want you to help us. We need your help with this. First, let's start with yourself. Put in the chat, I give myself grace today. I give myself grace today. You start right now, today. Just start today and let tomorrow take care of itself. I give myself grace today. That's right. Praise yourself first. I give myself grace today. Come on, y'all, put in the chat. And then after you take care of self first, I'd like you to send a text to someone else. Send them this broadcast, hello, and send them, I share my grace with you today. Make it personal. Make it personal. Share your grace with someone that you know, love, and care about. And if you have someone that you call a frenemy, share it with them. Share that grace, because what you put out, you bring back. I give myself, there we go. I give myself grace today. I give myself grace today. My dad used to say, no one knows everything about anything. And he was right then and he is right now. And here's the thing that you got to know, that sometimes we make mistakes. We do things that we shouldn't do or what have you, because sometimes we just don't know no better. And sometimes when we do know better, we haven't evolved to do the things better that we should do. Dr. Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. So today is that day.
Yes.
Now that you know from what Shanti said, that you can give yourself grace, and it's a great thing to do. And you should give yourself grace, and you should love yourself. Here's where you can start today. Give yourself grace. Okay? Because that's what she said. Dr. Maya Angelou said it. I didn't say it. I just repeated it because it's powerful, it's good, and it is true. She said it, and it's true. You have to give yourself that grace. All right? And when you know better, you do better. So today, for many of you, you've learned something better. Exercise it, because knowledge is not power. Putting it in action is the power. It's the power to heal you. It's the power to free you. And so, Shanti, I want to talk more about the book, because I know that many of our viewers are going to have an excellent experience. And that's what you shared. You shared a lot of your experience, raw, in your face, no filter, no murk, no chaser. And it came from that 6-year span. Let me ask you this. Who is the book for? Because I know some people may be saying, well, I got my life together. I was in addiction at one time, but I got myself together. Or people are saying, well, I'm very accomplished, or I'm trying to be accomplished. Who is the book for?
The book is for On a general level, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
On a specific level, anybody who is in a period of growth, transition, healing, knows somebody who is, because this is 31 days, mainly
Yes.
because that is the max that we have in a month. It's
Mm.
not the least amount. We have 28,
Yeah.
29, 30, 31. We have a choice. But each day is relevant to some point in your life.
Right.
And I mean, it goes even to the very mundane of just treating yourself, to, you know, sharing, what it was like when you give yourself grace, then you're passing it on and saying, I am sharing my grace with you today. That's the other part, is how can you help somebody else? Like,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's been going through it, but um, you don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to say it,
Right. Right.
because words are powerful. And
Mm-hmm.
just like we've been saying, what you think, there's a Bible verse that says the same. I don't want to, I don't like putting words in the wrong spots, but Bible verse
Right.
and quotes that are basically saying, what you think, so you are. Like, if you're thinking negative all the time, I don't know why people would think, like, I don't know why people don't think I'm bubbly, because you negative. It's not that hard. And I used to be mad at a friend of mine because she smiled all the time. Now, granted, I was a teenager, so I didn't understand why anybody was smiling 24/7, because, we were friends. And so I saw her outside of church and stuff. I'm like, you always smiling. But I get it now. Because she was going through some stuff.
Right. But she
Homegirl
was
was going
smiling
through some stuff,
in
but
spite
she
of.
didn't show it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was the part that got me. So now I smile. I'm going through mess in my head or in my life. I'm smiling, and somebody said, you have the most beautiful smile. And that
Mm-hmm.
was the one thing I would say, I agree with you. I do like
Yes.
my smile. Thank you very much. But everything else was like not cool. But my smile just made somebody else's day.
Exactly.
And it was not intent. I just was saying hi. And they're like, oh my gosh. And I've been able to do that. And when I realized that that was something that I could do just by
Yeah.
saying hi and
Yeah.
and just being kind,
Mm-hmm.
just being hi,
Yeah.
nothing else. And they're like, thank you. Because you don't know what people are dealing with in their life.
That's true. And that is why it's so important for us to not just give ourselves grace, but also give others grace, because at the end of the day, that one moment of the grace giving, it can change the trajectory of someone's life. It really, really can. And with that, we in turn receive more grace. Okay. So let's
Yes.
talk about the release date of this book. It's supposed to come out June the 26th, right? Which is the birthday of your author's mom, your
Yes.
mom. Uh,
My mom and
additional,
one of my other dads.
yep.
Yep.
It's in
And
intentional timing. All right.
it is intentional timing. Yes, ma'am. And sorry, I kept calling you off. I like to say I'm complex, but I'm very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that I love most in my life are the people I always want to share the most with.
Mm-hmm.
But I would it would be remiss of me
Mm-hmm.
for my first book to
Mm-hmm.
not share with everyone who helped me get where I am.
Right.
And I did this because we were having the conversation. Okay, well, when are we doing this? And it just so happened like this started in June. I'm like, you know what?
Mm-hmm. That's
you
when
think
it's
three
going
and
to
a
be.
half weeks? You think that'll be, can we do it by the 26th? Because I'm like, ooh, this will work. 26th is a Friday, and it's my mama's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and my other dad's birthday, and my other dad isn't here anymore. And so, but it's also a reason why I'm in Atlanta.
Right.
So this family has been a part of my life since I've been alive. And they have been part of my village since then. And so I had to include, you know, and it was easier to do, especially because of the day. And they share the same birthday. So I'm like, you know what? I got my biological village. I got the patriarch of, you know, my village that has, you know, and that's, you know, when you were like, oh, I wish I could live with so and so forever instead of being at home, because at home you don't get what you want. That was my Disney princess Barbie dream house. That's where I wanted to be. And so it was just fitting to do that, because they helped me just as much. They helped me love my parents.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, that's awesome. So I know people are waiting for this book. How can people get the book? Is there a link? Can they get it from you direct?
There will be, yes, it will be on Amazon. We are going to have the pre-order. I think date is going to be as of Wednesday. I do not have it yet. I know we were working very hard until almost 11 my time to get this link for you guys. And I think I saw Coach say that it was technical difficulty. So I'm going to leave that like that.
Right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to invite each and every one of you to DM Coach. She's online. Phoenix Fitness Fanatics. I want you to DM them. You see them. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. So make sure you connect. DM them and ask them for that link to get this book.
Yes.
The S.O.U.L book. Because it's going to not only nourish your life, it's going to nourish your soul. So with that, I'd like you to share one of the passages in your book where you felt like it was your toughest moment, the time when you wanted to maybe give up, if you ever had that moment. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back, because I want to give you a few minutes to give us at least one paragraph from the book. That's right. We're not going to give you a whole chapter, because you go out and get the book.
Taste.
Right. We're going to give you a little taste, right? And
one chip.
and then that way you'll know about the fiber of the book. And we're going to drop a link in the comments here just as soon as it's available. Okay. So that you can go ahead and get it. So we're going to take a quick break. And then once we take this quick break, we're going to come back, and Miss Shanti's going to close out the show with a wonderful, wonderful paragraph that's going to help inspire you, empower you, and get you to booming. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm so glad I caught you. So guess what? I wrote a book, and I am going to be previewing that on Dr. Lotus Riche's show. And so I really want you to see more about it. So in order to know more about it, you got to come to the show. Details soon to follow, but I'm so excited about it. It's called S.O.U.L, Sending Out Universal Love. So have a blessed day, everyone.
That's right. And we are back with the author from S.O.U.L, and she is about to give you and me some secret sizzling sauce from her new book. So, Shanti, take it away.
It's your call. It's been a few days since I loved on you, and it's time we talked about something. Real talk. You are completely responsible for where you are in life. Now, before you close the book, hear me out. It's not always about being, it may not always be direct. Life happens, people happen, circumstances happen. Not everything that has come your way was your fault or your doing. But where we are, what we've dealt with, how we've responded, we own a part in that. Maybe not all of it, but our part, that belongs to us. And owning it isn't about blame, it's about power. Because the moment you own your part, you take back the ability to change it. It's your call. So what are you going to do about it?
Ooh. Ooh, I like that. It's your call. Capture your power, capture your strength. Woo! That's good. Y'all, get your book. Get your book. You're going to see the link around our broadcast. Get your book. I'm so excited. I can't even get my words together. It's your call. No more excuses. You hear people in the back, they hear it. It's your call. No more excuses. It's your call. So, Shanti, I cannot wait till the book comes out. I'm looking forward to getting my signed copy. And so, for those of you that are ready to get your copy, connect with her. How can they connect with you on Facebook, LinkedIn, et cetera, so they can follow you? Go ahead.
Of course, yes. So on Facebook, I am Shanti Marie, ShantiMarie. Instagram, I am Miss MISS Fab FAB 313. LinkedIn, I'm also under Shanti Marie. And I am on YouTube too. So I was not able to connect. My Google was being funny during this because I was trying to stay attention and comment at the same time. But yes, I will keep everything on my platforms. And I'm so excited for this. This is just amazing.
Fantastic. So I know that you got some stuff brewing. What's next for you?
Well, I have a collaboration in talk. I've thought about it and we've talked about it, but I haven't exactly, my friend and I haven't exactly solidified, but volume 2, there will be a volume 2 for S.O.U.L. But it's more of a love one. So not just sending out universal love for everybody and for you, but also like, make someone melt today kind of love.
Yes.
So you never know.
That's awesome. So listen, everybody. We've got the Ignite Your Life for Life Summit. When Women Exhale, we are inviting you, Shanti, to come on out. The first day of the event, we're having something called a sip and sign. So if you are an author in the DMV area or anywhere in the world, and you want to be a part of Ignite Your Life for Life Summit, When Women Exhale, go right to our site, Ignite Your Life for Life Summit.com. Go there, sign up, become one of our authors so we can highlight you, showcase your book, because this event is for women who are ready to be empowered, inspired, and who are ready to connect and network with other women who are living in their soul. Yes. If you want to know what that's all about, grab this book called S.O.U.L, and it'll help make you whole. So until we see you again, we absolutely love you. We thank you. And again, get your copy of her book. When?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. You're welcome. We're happy to have you. All right, everybody, be blessed. Don't stress and don't take no mess. And do what? always ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We love you. Ciao, everybody. Boom your business. If you want to be a guest on the show, please connect with us at Lotus at lotusricheignitesyou.com. Books to boom your business bring to you speakers, entrepreneurs who have powerful books that will make and keep your business and your personal lives booming. Thank you for joining the show, everybody, and on the next episode.